All right, let's shuffle some cards. I think these are upside down, actually. They might not be. Who knows? Okay, so we got the cards over here. Let me move my chair to accommodate for the thing. Okay, let's move it. Okay. So let's tap into Jeffrey Epstein, crazy pedophile of doom, shitball. All right, let's see. Can't believe I'm doing a reading on him, but we gotta know the truth, right? And as tarot readers and magical practitioners, then we should be knowing this stuff. And we should use our powers for good, man. Let's see them. All right. Nine of Swords. Maybe if I do it that way, like that. Okay. So we got the Nine of Swords. Ooh. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Page of Coins. I'm going to do 5 at a time. That's how I read. So, Page Coins. Ace of Wands. Queen of Swords. Okay. So there's two things that pop out at me in the very beginning. Can you see these okay? If you can't, let me know and I'll move them forward. But I'm going to just, woo. Okay, here we go. Nine of Swords. Okay, so this is an interesting card to come up with in the very beginning. So let's do this. All right, we got how do I take pics? I have 2 cards. As soon as she walked out, she didn't have the glow, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, totally, I get that. Really interesting. Yeah, okay. So how do you take pictures? I believe if you go into the comments, you should be able to attach a picture. If you can't, just put it in the Facebook group and I have a second monitor and I will look at it. But tell me what your back off and an important end or new beginning is what you got, or tell me. Okay. So right away, the Nine of Swords, this is what got me right here. So we have this death here, and then typically the Nine of Swords means that he's nervous about something. So he's been, if you guys don't know, and I know some about I'm just going to be really upfront right now. I do know about this case. I don't know a lot about it, but I have been reading about it. So I know enough to know that he got a sweet deal in the 90s and he sort of went to jail. You can't on the live feed chat, just name the cards instead. Yeah, and put a picture in the Facebook group so we can look at it, because what I'm going to do is I will put it all together. When I do the replay, I will add everybody's cards because I want to make sure that I see them. Okay, so he got a sweetheart deal in the 90s where he did go to jail for a little while, but like he was allowed to leave. He was allowed to do basically whatever he wanted. He basically just had to sleep there. And he was out of jail in like record time. So what I'm seeing from this card right here is that he, between the 90s and now, he's been doing the same shenanigans. So nothing ever changed. Like he went straight back into his old issues. Like he went straight back into his pedophile ring. He went straight into a lot of bullshit. Drinking some water. There is a woman here, Queen of Swords, who has been helping him. So he didn't just do this on his own. There's a woman. I suspect this is his girlfriend, his partner in crime. She has way more to do with it than what she lets on. She's acting like she's basically covert right now, and there was a picture leaked of her just recently at an In-N-Out by her lawyer. It seems like it was like, hey, she's here, but she's not part of this, but she absolutely is. I really feel like he had people helping him. But back to this card. What I'm getting from this card is that he has been doing so many shenanigans for so long that the shit was starting to catch up with him. So either he was going to die in jail or somebody was going to kill him on the outside. And that's what I see here with this. Like death was coming for him. It didn't matter how it was coming. It was going to happen whether he liked it or not. Now, I want to know if he's actually dead. That's really important to me, because just because death is coming doesn't mean that it actually came. I'm not seeing any cards here that show that it actually came. And that kind of disturbs me a little bit, because usually when I read for dead people, the dead part comes right up. Stairs. Okay, that's fascinating to me. Stairs. An 8. There's an 8 there. Eight means movement. So they moved him. Underground. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Underground. I just got the chills when I got this. Okay, underground. These are the Kanzari cards, just in case you're wondering. That's my dog barking. Okay. And then let's pull one more card, just hallway. All right. So what I'm getting from this, this can mean one of two things. So we're going to have to pull some cards just to kind of see what's happening with this. But he was moved. 6 of Swords. Shit. He was moved. He was moved. Oh my God, I got the chills when I said that. He was moved. We might have a case of identity here. They said, okay, my oracle. Okay, hold on. I got 10 of Swords, Justice, Magician, Death, and Temperance. Yeah, so there was not going to be any justice. Basically, he was going to get out of it. Death, though, death to me means that there could have been some, yeah, so basically he had the touch of death. He was going down whether he liked it or not. Inevitable. My oracle cards answered, did he kill himself? They said not to ask the question. All that matters is new things are coming. 5 of Wands. Okay, so there was some kind of 5 of Wands energy usually means there's some kind of argument or some kind of disagreement with a bunch of people, or he pissed some people off, essentially, which kind of goes with this. 6 of Swords means travel, though. So there's something going on where they moved him. Maybe they moved him to this jail specifically. I'm still not getting an answer of whether or not he's dead. Like, the cards are not telling me, and that weirds me out a little bit. But stairs, underground, hallway means that there was some kind of shenanigans happening where he was going to go down whether he liked it or not. There's something going on with the jail. There's something going on with the people in the jail. There's something. Underground is not underground like an underground compartment. Underground to me means that there were people in the background going, we're going to kill this guy. We're going to get rid of him. Either we're going to move him or we're going to get rid of him. He's going down. And he knew it. He was in danger because so many people high end were involved, and they were scared he was going to flip. He had already flipped. I already know that. The reason why I know that is this. He got paid. Somebody gave him some money, or somebody gave him a sweet deal. He was going to flip. He was going to tell on other people. Not because it was going to help his situation, but because he just wanted to. Again, where's that? This makes me believe that there was something wrong with him, or there was some kind of thing, like, not just other people, but this makes me think that there was something physically, there was something wrong with him. Like, he was basically cheating death. That's kind of what I got, but again, it goes into, is he dead or not? I got the High Priestess and the Moon. Shit. Okay, I hate to say this, and this is all allegedly. We're all doing this allegedly. We're doing tarot cards. This is for entertainment purposes only. So don't quote me on this. Don't say I said this. But this to me means that he's not dead. Boom, right here. Shenanigans. Shenanigans. I don't think he's dead, you guys. Allegedly. Allegedly, I don't think he's dead. Because I never thought he was. I think they moved him. The reason why I think that is because of the 6 of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Whoever this is, maybe it's his girlfriend, whoever this is, he paid somebody to move him. So I think, allegedly, my conspiracy allegedly, thank you, Rich Lux, I think he was moved. I think they put a decoy. I think a lot of people know it too. I think he's hiding out somewhere. I know his island just got raided, so he wouldn't go there, but he would go somewhere else. And that would make sense why they showed where the girlfriend is because the girlfriend knows full well where he is, and she has to be in the front. So that way, nobody thinks of anything. Witness protection, Charlotte, probably that could be witness protection would make so much sense. So I'm getting that someone else took justice. There is more we don't know, but the cards are saying we might not be able to know. Yeah, it's really like it's really obtuse the way the cards are coming up. Like there's so much stuff. Like again, with the high priestess, like there's more coming to light. Like we're looking at it, through this mirror. We're looking at it close up, so we're not seeing the whole picture. We're just seeing what we want. He can go anywhere with his trust. He had $5 million. Yeah. So I think even in jail, like he's running from this. Even in jail, everyone's saying that Hillary Clinton is the other woman in this. I don't think that's true. She would come up as the Queen of Cups. She is actually a Scorpio. She would not come up as the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, who's somebody who is the brains of the operation. That is somebody who has intellect. It's somebody that helps him out. It's somebody that knows his patterns and knows how to shut things down. So he has helpers. He has always had helpers. But this other woman, and I feel this is his girlfriend, I feel this other woman has a lot more to do with it than what she says. And I get the sense that she enabled him. And I get the sense that we're going to find that there's going to be like a sex ring, or there's going to be like, and I know there was some talk of this in the news, but I think we've just barely scratched the surface. I think he's human trafficking. I think she is part of it. I think that we're going to find out that this is global and that there's some kind of underground sex ring or human trafficking ring, and we're going to start finding a whole lot of people that are dead, like a lot of missing person people. I also feel that it wasn't just women. I feel that he was into men too, or boys. I don't know why. That's just what I'm getting. And also, he got his will ready right before he died. Who does that? Nobody, unless you're cheating death. That's the thing. Nobody does that unless they're cheating death. And if they're cheating death, he knows. He knows that he's going. Wheel of Fortune, too, makes me believe he's not dead. Got the chills when I said that. Because Wheel of Fortune means he's making his own destiny. He's doing it the way that he wants to. He's out. He's making it his. He's got the money. He's got the connections. The other thing, too, is I got this, and this has nothing to do with the cards that I pulled. Yeah, forest from I just pulled from the Kanzari forest from the trees. We're not seeing the forest from the trees yet. There's much more going on. But where I was going with that is I have a feeling he's screwing some other people over. There are other people that are involved with this, and they're high in government. There is this whole thing with Andrew, Prince Andrew, who is actually he's from the UK, and he's already been in trouble for this kind of stuff. I don't think it's him, but I think that there are other people that he's trying to screw over. Like, hey, oh great, you're putting me in this situation. Oh, you're gonna take me to jail again? Okay, screw you. I'm gonna fuck you over. So I feel like there's some his own kind of justice happening where he is screwing other people over in the process of, air quotes, dying. You can't see my bunny ears, but the air quotes dying. I think that there is a power play. I think we're going to hear more about this. Ace of Wands, new ideas, new things happening. This is why I'm talking about that kind of. It's just this idea that, hey, we came up with this plan. We're going to do it. We're going to, make our own destiny. This person is helping. There's way more to this than what we're seeing. He's cheating death. They moved him somewhere. We don't know the whole story because there's more people involved than what we think. So there's that. I'm getting that someone else was going for justice in their own hands situation here. Yes, that's the reason why he got caught. That's what I feel too. I feel the reason why he was in jail in the first place is because somebody was like, screw you, I'm actually going to do this. I'm actually going to make shit happen. You're going down. Somebody has to go down. You're going to go down. And he was like, yeah, nope. I'm going to do it my way, which is really sad It's really sad. And again, this is all alleged. This is just a reading. This is not truth. I don't want to get sued. We're just playing around here. We're just doing the what ifs. So, yeah. All right, let's pull some more cards and kind of see where this goes. So that's what I'm getting from this. So allegedly in my brain from my cards, what I got is that no, he's not dead. He's not dead. Cheating death. No. He is running away. And let me ask about witness protection. Somebody said witness protection, question mark. So let's go in that direction and see where we go with that. 6 of Cups, he had help. 8 of Coins, he paid somebody. The Sun. Well, the sun to me, when I get the Sun, to me means you're on the right path. You're on target. You're bringing things to light. My dogs are barking. Sorry about that. I'm not getting a feeling of him getting away. It's more of someone would have him or killed him. Okay, so you believe that he's dead. That's interesting. King of Cups. King of Cups is usually a water sign. Scorpio, Cancer, Page of Cups, or somebody who has watery qualities, or somebody who is malleable. Someone who can be bought or paid off. It could be that too. To me, 6 of Cups is like getting help from others, people from your past, asking for favors, like, hey, favor. 8 of Coins, paying someone off, or money exchanging hands, so that way you get what you want. The Sun, everything's coming to light. The Sun to me also can mean like he was going to tell. He was going to, he had already turned, basically. He was going to tell things. King of Cups is somebody who is malleable, but it also could be Scorpio, Cancer, or a Pisces person, somebody who's watery, somebody who's malleable. Most water signs are very versatile. They go back and forth. This also could be someone who looks like they're good, like they have a very good reputation, but they're really assholes. It could mean that too. So it could be somebody who's double dealing. So he is getting help, or he did have help. Let's see. Queen of Wands again. So there's other women involved. There's other women involved who could stop this, who aren't stopping. So this to me is a power couple. Whoa. Okay. The Queen of Wands just disappeared. The King of Cups and the Queen of Wands to me is a power couple. So we have somebody who is in the limelight who is actually a power couple. Well, that's starting to sound like the Clintons. Hate to say it, but it kind of does. However, it could be Trump too. It could be a lot of people. Okay, here we go. She disappeared. There you go. Well, the fact that she disappeared is probably a sign, because like King of Cups, Queen of Wands, this is a power couple. Look at this, Queen of Wands. She's someone who's sexy. She's someone who is sultry, someone who has done sex work in the past, someone who is willing to use her sexuality to get what she wants. And this is somebody who is versatile, somebody who is manipulative, someone who has 2 faces. Okay, so this is not the Clintons. I've never thought of, well, Hillary Clinton is a Scorpio, but no, I wouldn't see her as this at all. This is somebody who's sultry. This is somebody who could be a model, could be somebody who has done sex work in the past, maybe done Playboy, porn, that kind of thing. And this is somebody who acts like they know everything but doesn't. I'm gonna leave that right there. I know who I think this is. Yeah, Nicole, that's where I was going with this. Kind of feels that way. So, yeah. Any idea what Biden's sign is? No. What's Biden's sign? That's very interesting, Stephanie. Is that a hit for you? Did you come up with that? Like what? Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. Somebody is sick of his bullshit. So there's a lot of people that are sick of the bullshit. There's a lot of people. Oh, see, this goes with this. Yeah, we know who this is. This is pretty straightforward. Let me look up Biden's sign because he does have a. Let's look. Joe Biden. No. November 20th. I think that makes him a Sagittarius. Sagittarius rising, Taurus moon, Scorpio sun. That's interesting. He's a Scorpio? Holy shit! Huh. Okay, so that's fascinating to me. I'm stumped now because, whoa. Yeah, let's run with that. Who who is Biden associated with? Who's his wife? Does anybody know who his wife is? Do you know who his wife is? Does anybody know? Okay, my dog is. Hold on, really quick. I'm gonna close the door. Um, while I'm closing the door and taking a second here, who's his wife? Does anybody know who his wife is? I don't know. So that would be super fascinating to me, um, because this is a Ten of Wands. Someone's sick of his shit. King of Cups. If this is not if this is not who we think it is, then this is somebody associated with Biden, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Um, my conspiracy, allegedly. So that's fascinating. Jill Biden. Let's look at her. I think she's like one of those blondie, like pretty women who like never did anything wrong in her whole life. Yep. She's a doctor. She's a doctor of education in leadership in the University of Delaware. See, I'm not getting her. That's the thing. This is not this woman. This is someone who's like super sultry. Like I was thinking Melania Trump because she has this kind of background already. Yeah, she is old money. She is old money, so this wouldn't be her. This is somebody who's sultry. However, that's interesting, Stephanie, that you picked up on that. I'm gonna have to look at that. Yeah, she's an English professor, Charlene. I'm getting that it makes more of an underground politics, like if that makes sense, like someone with money that only has money politics. I'm getting a mafia vibe. I was getting a mafia vibe too, but I didn't want to go there because like everybody goes there, and I mean it could very well be. But um Now you got me thinking about Joe Biden, and Stephanie's never wrong. We found that out. Um, I've worked with Stephanie for a really long time. She's a very good psychic, and she's never wrong. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. Um, However, power couple here. This is a power couple. She's a vixen. He is a water sign. So we're not taking Biden out of the equation, though. I'm not, because that got my brain going. Video. Okay, this is pretty straightforward. There's a video. There's a video. There's a video of what happened. Now, allegedly, there's a video of him hanging himself, or right before, allegedly. We've never seen it. We don't know about it. I was not even thinking Trump's woman. I was, because she is actually friends with the girlfriend. And so you might not know this about Trump, but Trump was heavily into Epstein's scene, and Melania actually met Trump through Epstein. So there you have it. Like, you go with that. And she had a work visa from here, and then nobody knows how she got it. So there's that. And she was, air quotes, a model, but a lot of the modeling she did was for like BDSM and stuff like that. So that makes me think this, allegedly. We're hypothetically talking about this in a very hypothetical what if kind of way. So don't come for me. But that's what I'm getting from this, honestly. I mean, this to me feels like her. So if you're watching Melania, suck it. Okay. I didn't even know that, T. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's how they met. They actually met at Epstein party. So, and they were all actually really good friends, the four of them. So, yeah. But anyway, this is, I don't know why my dog is freaking out. Sorry about that if you can hear that. I'm in a room and then she's in the other room and she's pissed off. But this is video. So there is a video. There is a video of actually what happened. I get the sense because of the way it looks here. And I'm actually a visual reader. So a lot of times I don't go on the card itself. I go off of, like, sometimes I go off the pictures because they make more sense to me. So, but this to me means that it's never going to see the light of day. That it's going to be hidden, that it's going somewhere. Forest from the trees. We're not seeing the bigger picture. We're not, like, literally, we're not going to see it. It's that whole, like, we're not going to see it. Oh, don't hear the pup. Okay, good. I can hear it. Having him whacked is like the first thing I got, so I got the mob survivor. Didn't realize anyone with this sort of connection. Well, again, allegedly, my conspiracy, theoretically, maybe if Trump does have mob connections. Epstein did have mob connections. The Clintons have mob connections. It could be any one of those. But the Biden thing is really bothering me. In the back of my head, I'm like, Biden. Biden has something to do with it. I've always seen, that's the thing too, and this is just my thought on it. Anytime I see Biden, I'm like, like, I have this, like, creepy uncle thing with him. I'm like, please don't be the next president. Please don't be the next president. See, the cards on my end are saying back off and not to keep digging. And all that matters is he's gone. See, I hate that because that makes me want to look at it more, right? That makes me want to know. That makes me again, this is theoretical. This is allegedly. Like, I don't know how many more times I have to say it, but I'm going to put that in the description too, that this is for entertainment purposes only. But I've always gotten like a creepy uncle vibe from Biden, like he's in deeper than we know. And being a Scorpio, Scorpios, okay, and sorry for any Scorpios that are listening right now. I just happen to have a lot of Scorpios in my family, like a lot, like more than you can ever. My ex-husband, uh, my son is a Scorpio, my dad is Scorpio, my sister's a Scorpio. I have a lot of Scorpios. Anyway, um, the weird puppet master Biden. I know, right? Yeah, I don't want to listen to your cards, Nicole. We gotta know. Okay, so um I've always kind of seen them that way. And the thing is with Scorpios, they go one of two ways. Okay? And I just know this from my uncle's a Scorpio. Like, okay, 70% of my family is Scorpio. And I'm a Pisces. So there you go. They go one of two ways. Either they evolve and they transcend, so they become the snake, and then they go into the phoenix, right? And they move into the eagle. And the eagle is like being able to see everything, and they're very spiritual. Or they go the other way, which is they just stay being the snake, and they just become assholes, and they don't evolve at all. So the unevolved Pisces, I mean unevolved Pisces. Okay, yeah, way to project there, Heather. The unevolved. I was reading about the unevolved Pisces just before this. That's why I said that. The unevolved Scorpio, though, usually tend to, even though they have power and even though they have everything they want, they usually tend to fuck themselves over through sexuality because it's the one and only thing that gets them. And so they're usually into porn, or they cheat a lot, or they have sexual dysfunctions, or they have weird sexual proclivities. Now, if we're talking sexual proclivities, Virgo is really where it's at. Hi, Charlene. But Virgos are usually the ones that are like the most sexually oriented when it comes to like kink or BDSM or weird things like Michael Jackson, okay? Hypothetically. But Scorpio, they're more into like porn, they're more into like things, they're into BDSM too, but they're more into things that are like dark. So they're the ones that probably make snuff films, they're the ones that would do the pedophilia stuff. Um, because they just don't have any morals or values and they feel like they're justified. Not to say that all Scorpios are pedophiles. I'm not saying that all. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm just saying that we go one of two ways. We either evolve as Scorpio or we don't. So the Joe Biden thing would make sense to me because he may have this like whole other life that even his wife doesn't know about it. Nobody knows about it. Like I could totally see that where like he is in gay bars, he is doing crazy shit, he's got like a human trafficking ring, like we all think he's like the happy guy eating corn dogs, you know what I mean? Like I could totally see that with his personalities. Oh, the tarot deck is this one. I burst into laughter when you said Charlie. I said that on purpose. I didn't really mean that. I was thinking, actually, in my head, I was thinking Michael Jackson, but I said Charlene. Charlene is not devious at all. That's why I said it. But that's the deck that I'm using. So, well, let's pull a couple more cards and then we'll be done with this. Biden seems very like the guy to have on hand because he'll do the dirty work because he can be like the ends justifies the means, but no one would ever suspect him. Yeah, that's why when she said that, I was like, oh, we're missing pieces here. We're missing like everyone thinks it's the Clintons because that would be like the obvious, but Biden is like associated with all those people. Biden is the person that goes across the board. You know what I mean? Like he's the guy that like everyone likes. You know what I mean? So that would make perfect sense. That would make perfect sense. And that makes sense why I have such a like visceral, like, oh, I don't want you to be president thing. I think you're gross. Um, because I see something devious behind that smile. And again, this is all theoretical. So, let's pull a few more cards and just see. So in my mind, I know Nicole, you think he is dead. In my mind, I don't think he's dead. I think he's dead in a way that we'll never see him again. We'll never hear about him again. I think a lot of people are going to get in trouble. I do think Trump is going to be involved in this in some way, shape, or form. I've always thought, and this is just my intuitive hit for the last year, so this is just me being psychic, but I've always felt that Trump was going to go down because of the women involved, not because of anything that he does in the presidency. I always thought he was going to get away with that. I always thought it was going to be either like a mistress, somebody he raped, something like that. I always thought one of the women around him would take him down, because they were going to find something that they could not like hide. They were going to find a video, or they were going to find audio, or someone big was going to come out where they couldn't ignore it, and that was what was going to take him down. It was going to be his past, not anything he did in the presidency. And I'm kind of thinking that this is a doorway to that. It might not be directly related, but I do think because of this, I feel, and this is, again, this is just me being psychic and intuitive and kind of channeling at this very moment, I feel that's how he will always go down. I feel that this may not be in direct relation, but because of this, people are looking deeper into it, and that's what's going to happen. And I have a feeling it's going to be somebody who is popular, somebody who is a celebrity, or somebody who already has clout that they cannot ignore. Because so far, everybody that has tried to take Trump down has been like an everyday person, except for the prostitute. She got close, Stormy Daniels. But again, people don't take prostitutes or people that do porn seriously, which is stupid because she's actually very smart. Despite her huge boobs, she actually is a very smart person. I can totally see that with Joe Biden. I see him being more submissive and having a mistress with him or something with a blow up. Oh yeah, totally, I can see that. Likes or considers him not a threat. Exactly. Right, that's what I meant too, but it's more like someone took him. Yeah, okay. Nicole, I got the chills when you said that. Like someone was all like, yeah, this is not for you to deal with. Yeah, I could totally see that. Let's pull on that. Five of Wands. Yeah. Yes. Who else pulled the Five of Wands? Somebody else did. Was it the other Nicole? No. Yeah, it was the other Nicole. She pulled the Five of Wands. That makes sense to me, Nicole. Both Nicoles. That makes sense to me. Somebody who had some beef with him. Somebody. It could be witness protection. I don't think so, though. I think someone else got him. I know. I find myself adoring Stormy too. I also got a religious connection. That makes sense to me. Tower. It's all going down. Someone's taking him down. Somebody's taking him down. Someone's going to take a bunch of people down. So the tower is falling. Okay, so this to me, and no, this is going to be a very strange. What I'm about to say is going to be a little bit strange, but it makes sense to me because I did the Bind Trump spell a while ago on my Patreon. If you're not part of my Patreon, you should be. We do resistance magic. It's pretty cool. And we talk about how magic has taken down things, people, events, Hitler, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, people do magic to piss people off all the time. But anyway, the tower, you turn the tower upside down to make him fall, right? So this to me is an indicator that Trump is also going to go down because it corresponds with my spell work that I have done. So a lot of people are going down. It's not just him, it's a lot of people around him. We're going to find that people who we think are genuinely good people are going to go down, and it's because of this Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands to me is more than one person. It's like a faction of people. Like I almost want to say the Illuminati, but okay, we're not going to go that crazy with it. But something like that. Something like that. Okay, mafia would work, Nicole. Mafia would work. I think Epstein was told suicide would make it look like suicide. Yeah, totally. Oh, I got the chills when you said that. But I'm convinced he's dead. Okay, so that would make sense too. Like if he was told suicide or else, I could see that. But see, what I think is either I don't think he was killed in the jail though. I think if he was killed, and again, I haven't got definitive yes. I haven't even got the death card. Or the Ten of Swords. Like those are my two death cards. But I think if they're going to kill him, they're going to kill him at their own, by themselves. And that's what this is. This is like somebody taking him, or this is somebody behind the scenes taking him down. But again, I feel like because of some of these cards that I got in the beginning, he's making his own fortune. Like he's making his own destiny. He's paying people off. He's got ideas, like people. He's talking. I think he talked already from this card alone. I think he had already turned. Somebody was helping him. There's a power couple in here that want him gone or have information. Okay? Biden is in there somewhere. He went somewhere. He traveled somewhere. There's something about him leaving. So if he was killed, I don't think he was killed actually at the jail. I think that was somebody in his path. I think it was like the doppelgangers, the people that look like them. That's what I think. I got both Ten of Swords and Death. Well, there you go. I agree that there's an underground conspiracy and a lot of people are trying to not go down right now, and Epstein is cleanup. Yeah, totally. I sense that he's dead, but not how we think he died. Okay, so I could see that. Trying to walk his way out, maybe, but it didn't work. Or ransom. Okay, ransom I could see because of 8 of Coins. He paid somebody off. Somebody got paid. So there is money exchanging hands. There's a video that we're never going to see. We're not getting the full picture yet. There's stairs. And there's a hallway. Hallways to me means like shady dealings, people like talking behind the scenes. The stairs, though, to me means that somebody took the stairs or he took the stairs. Underground, to me, just means that there's underground dealings. Two of Swords, so his hands are tied. So he was taken. He was taken. People helped him. He was taken. Also, I feel like this means his hands were tied. So whatever he did out of spite, and he did out of spite, but he also did it to piss people off. Like, he's like, okay, you're gonna take me to jail. Okay, we're doing it this way. All right, I'm gonna fuck everybody over. I'm just gonna screw everybody over. You're all going down. Like he's making sure that even if he dies, people are going down. Four of Wands. Yep. Okay, so Four of Wands means to me that he had already started a plan. Like, he already knew this was coming. It also means to me that he couldn't live without the things that he was doing. Like, he was so caught up in this whole, like his whole life was this human trafficking, this pedophilia thing. His whole life was this, and that's how he made his money, and that's who he became. So once his hands were tied, that was it. He knew he couldn't live without this. He knew he couldn't live without his freedom. He knew he couldn't live that way, and he knew that people were coming after him. He knew that people were going to take him down. He knew he had pissed off enough people. He couldn't stop, though. Even though I'm not getting the Devil card, I still feel like he couldn't stop the Moon. Being devious. There's a lot of other things going on that we don't know about, and this has just becomes part of his personality. So it's like he has to take everybody down with him. I think his will and that he changed it carries evidence against everyone in the conspiracy. Yeah. Like, he bequeathed the evidence. Yeah. Like, he's like, here, let me tell you some things. Let me lay it down for you. Let me make it happen. Yeah. So, let's just pull a couple more cards and then we'll be done. Decay. Ooh. Now that's interesting. Decay. Audio. Okay, did I not say just a few minutes ago that there's probably some audio somewhere? We're going to hear about it. We're not going to see it. We're going to hear it. There's some audio coming up. Mark my words. This is my prediction. Theoretically. Allegedly. My conspiracy. I'm going to use everybody's tagline. Aphrodite always says, well, a lot of the tarot people do, but he specifically says, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Rich Lux says, my conspiracy, allegedly, or allegedly my conspiracy. So decay to me just means that, like, this, it's part of this, where he was going down. He couldn't stop. He was going down. this to me also means that he made a plan, though. He already knew it was going to happen, so that's why he gave so much information. We have audio somewhere. Some audio is going to come up, and it's going to implicate somebody. Hatred. Okay. I said before in the beginning of this, and you might want to go back if you don't think I did, but I did say that there was some kind of like spite or vengeance or something, um, and he was going to take people down because of that. Uh, this clarifies that. Like, he was pissed off. It's not, see, we think that people hated him, and I don't think that's what it is. I think he hated a lot of people. I think he got in trouble and he hated a lot of people. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Getting too close to the truth. Whoa, my throat started to close up. I hate when that happens. That just means I'm getting too close to the truth. So there was some spitefulness in his, air quotes, death. There was some spitefulness. There was some like, fuck you, you fucked me over, I'm fucking you over first kind of thing. So, excuse my language. Kanzari cards. I'll spell it for you. Hold on. This is like one of my favorite. I use Kanzari cards all the time. I actually, the person who made this, Matt, I forgot his name. He says, don't play Kanzari cards alone. Don't worry, I'm with people, Matt. What's his name? Anyway, he made this movie like a long time ago. He's a comic book artist, and he made this movie, this silly little movie about ghosts and stuff. And he made these Kanzari cards, and this was like 7 or 8 years ago. And so I emailed him and did an interview with him, and he sent me a copy of his movie. And I was like, what's up with these Kanzari cards? And he's like, yeah, you should totally use them. So I bought this for like $10 on Amazon, or like, I think I got these ones on eBay. And they look like this. And they're fun. They have more information on them. Like, this one has the life sign, like forest life. There's more people involved, and the A's sometimes mean something too. So if you're doing like a meditation, like medium or psychic reading, you can actually read them. The video has like, there's 3 people involved. So there's actually a triad of people involved. The A can mean something. There's 2 A's here. Does anybody know anybody who has a name that starts with an A or has an A prominently in their name that's in politics right now? I got 2 A's and a D and a C. So sometimes when you pull these cards together, it actually spells things out. It's kind of neat when that happens. I'm not doing it that way though. I'm doing lots of cards, so I wasn't paying attention as much. But when I use these for mediumship, I do, because sometimes they spell out people's names. They're kind of fun cards, and they're supposed to be like. It says, originally created by the ancient Egyptians to contact the deceased, the legendary 88 Kanzari cards now give you the opportunity to communicate with the restless souls looking for resolution. Can you help them, or can they help you? So it's kind of silly. It says for 2 or more players. And then there's like this booklet that I never use. I've never even opened it. Anyway, there's like actually spreads and stuff, but like, who needs that shit? Yeah, but there's like astrology signs and stuff. So like, there's all these like signs, but I find it just really useful to like get more insight. Not on Amazon. They're probably on eBay. My video cut when you said the F word. Sorry. Hold on. I can probably find you a link. Well, it's either that or use the I have another deck, the past life deck, but Matt Bush, that's his name. Here you go. Matt Bush online. They're $14.95. But a lot of times you can find them on eBay. I know I got mine on eBay. I didn't buy them from his thing. But yeah, he does Star Wars comic books. I remember now. That's how I got a hold of him. Not a lot of people use them. Um, that's probably why I use them. But anyway, okay. So how do we feel about this? Do we need more information? Is there any questions anybody has about this? Do we feel like we got more information? Do we still feel confused? I still feel confused. I still feel like there's so much more going on that we don't know about movement. We're gonna know. We're gonna know really soon. Whenever I see movement, this goes along with the other card that I said. That was movement. There's things happening. There's things moving. He was moved. Where did that card go? It was an 8 card. I love when things start to come together with my pulls where like everything is layered and everything is on top of each other, and like I'm starting to get like 8 stairs, movement, movement, 8s are movement. Tower. Whenever I see this, that means tower to me. Canada. Who said Canada? C-A-N-A-D. Canada. Canada. There you go. He went to Canada. Did he ever have a funeral? No, he did not. No, he did not. We think he's in Canada. um, so this card, the stairs, going up the stairs, they got him out of there. Or could be going down the stairs too. But the 8s always mean movement for me, so they moved him. Movement. Chess pieces, movement. It means more than that. It means we're going to see something happen really quick. Some news is coming out. I'm going to say, this is 21st. I'm going to say in September, we're going to know. We're going to know some stuff. Audio is going to come out. That's my prediction. This always means to me like lightning, like destruction. It always associates, for me, it's just my symbolism. Tower card. We saw the tower card. Shit is going down. People are going down. People are going to go down in the most spectacular way. I'm predicting right now, this is just a grand prediction. I'm predicting that it's going to affect the presidency. Canada is cheating. Only 3 letters. No. C A N A D. C A N A D. We're missing one A. It's easier to hide in Canada, especially if you're in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. It's a true story. Graveyard. Who asked about his funeral? Nicole did. I have a feeling we're going to see his funeral soon, or there's going to be a funeral. Oh yeah, the word has only 3 letters. I get you. So this to me means that whoever asked about his funeral, I do feel like we're going to see they're going to talk about his funeral, or we're going to see his funeral, or something like that. Age. Something from the past. Something from the past is going to show itself. Audio, video. Age. Also, pictures.